YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Reggie with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. Today's episode is going to be about it's time for black men to drop our nuts and get control back of our destiny. And the way we're going to do this is through organized aggression. Okay? See, we are aggressive, but our aggressiveness is unorganized. And that's why we end up incarcerated at a higher rate than any other race in the United States of America. Yes, of course, the reason why we're incarcerated more than any other race in the United States of America is because of systematic racism, but at the same time, we have to be organized and understand the game that we're playing. And the only way that we're going to understand the game that we're playing is if we become organized. See, the reason why we're not in first place right now is because we're unorganized. We don't have control over our family. We don't have control over our women. We don't have control over our children. We don't even have control over ourselves. And we are aggressive amongst each other because of the systematic racism that we have to go through our entire lives. Right now, the black man is at the bottom of the totem pole. We don't get no respect from anyone, not even our own family, not even our own children, not even our own women. We don't get respect from no race. We're the laughing stock of the human race at this moment. We're at the bottom of the totem pole, and every time someone look at us, they look at us as if we're dumb and we don't know what we're talking about and we don't know what we're doing. And they look at us as if we're uneducated and we don't know a damn thing about what's going on, and they look at us as if the only thing we can do is be an entertainer, be a basketball player, be a singer, be an actor. And the funny thing is we are the father of all human race. We are the number one. We were here first. We are the intelligence. We are the ones who fathered and birthed every single race on this earth. But right now, we're in last place. So I guess the prophecy that they said is real. First shall be last and last shall be first. But now it's time for us to be first again. It's time for us to get respect back in our homes. It's time for us to get respect back from our children. It's time for us to get respect all over the world because we are the strongest. We are the mightiest. I don't know no other race that's more athletically gifted than us or more intelligent than us, more strong than us. The reason why they brought us over here to till their fields and till their lands because they wasn't strong enough to do it. They had weak backs. We got strong backs, and they needed us because they wasn't physically able to till that land, pick that cotton, grow that tobacco. So, instead of us using our might and our aggression against each other and continuing to fall into the trap, into the illusion that the next brother is your enemy, we need to organize our aggression. We need to organize our aggression. And we need to play the game that's being played. See, we do have people who are successful. We have the Diddy's, we have the Jay-Z's, we have the LeBrons. But that's not enough. They can't simply do it all by themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So they're going to need all of us, every single man that's man enough to drop his nuts and say enough is enough. We're tired of being the laughing stock of the entire world. I'm tired of being the laughing stock of the entire world. And I'm tired of walking past another brother with an aggression and a look and an energy of stay away from me, or I hurt you, or I'm going to hurt you, or I'm better than you, or, get out of my way. We can't do that no longer because the only thing we got is us. Nothing has improved since Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. The poverty since the poverty level since the integration and the the civil rights bill has been passed has increased amongst African Americans. See, we look at these rappers and these entertainers, and we think that we have some type of progress, but we don't. We're not having progress. We're having decline. If you look at the numbers, it's more poverty. So the reason why this Caucasian group of people are winning right now is because they're organized. They're so organized that their lies are so organized that they have everyone in the world believing that they're good, that they're righteous, that they're that believing that the way that they're doing things is the right way. With all of the blood on their hands, with all of the murder on their hands, with all the atrocities, with the slavery, with the colonizing, with the raping and the pillaging, and all of the things that they have done in this human, in this society and in this world that we live in. Not only amongst black people, they have done this towards everyone who is not Caucasian. They dropped the bomb on the Asians and killed 200,000 people instantly. And the atomic bomb, they put Asian people in concentration camps at one time. They even fought against themselves in the Revolutionary War. But this is not on the 6 o'clock news. You know what's on the 6 o'clock news? On the 6 o'clock news is another black man was caught doing a robbery, or another black man killed another black man, or another black man did this, and another black man did that. So now their lies are so organized because why their lies are organized? Because they control 90% of the media. And if you control 90% of the media, you control the narrative. So they have us looking like the bad guys while they are doing their white collar crime, robbing people of millions and millions of dollars, robbing people of their energy, sending African American men to prison for cheap labor. So yes, they passed the 13th Amendment and everything, but it was just a trick. It was just to get black men, criminalize black men so they can put them in prison and use them as cheap labor, which is basically slavery all over again. And if we as black men don't become organized, we're going to continue to fall into this trap. Yes, we have aggression, but we have to organize that aggression. We have to get organized as far as training our young men, training them to use high-powered assault weapons, high-powered assault rifles. We have to get our own, police. We have to get our own, military, because that's how they are winning. They're organized. They have their defense. Their defense is organized. They have their military. They have their police department. And I don't even know why any black man would want to be a police officer. I don't want to hear that this is the way you feed your family. It's millions and billions of other ways to feed your family. We have to get organized. We have to have organized aggression. We have to send our children to their law schools to understand their law, to understand their speech and understand the game. We have to play their game because they're in control right now. This is chess, not checkers. We already know that. But for some reason we keep playing checkers. And the only way we're going to get out of this shithole that we're in is if we start to play chess. So we have to organize our young men. We have to take them to the gun range, teach them self-defense, take them to a martial art class, get them physically right, get them physically able. Send our bright, intelligent young men and women to law school to learn their laws, and also to infiltrate their system, because still at this moment 80% of Congress are Caucasian, and those are the people who write the rules. So they're continuing to write rules to keep them ahead of everyone else. So we have to send our brightest and our youngest to law school to learn their laws. We have to train our young men to protect themselves as well as their families. We have to organize our money and spend it on real estate and acquiring land and acquiring assets and acquiring resources and natural materials like metal, like gold, like things that appreciate with value. We have to have organized aggression. We have to build up a legal team so that when one of our young men is wrongfully shot and killed by one of these demons and one of these devils, we're able to get whoever did it prosecuted. We have to bring our money together. We have to stop being in competition, or we have to have healthy competition. You can be the king of your own castle, but you might not be the king of everything. Just make sure that your household is running good. And that's going to help the whole. That's going to help the entire group. But we can't continue to be individuals because no other race are practiced as individuals. The black people are the only people that practice individualization. We individualize ourselves to the point where we cannot come together. You go to a Chinese restaurant, it's all Chinese people working in a restaurant. You go to a Mexican restaurant, it's all Mexican people working in a restaurant. But for some reason, black people want to be friends and be and fight and be on the front line for every other race except our own. We want to fight for every other atrocity, every other race that goes through atrocities, every other race that's done wrong. But we need to clean up our own house. We need to build up our own foundation. We need to make our own self strong. We can't continue to keep crying about what everybody else is going through when we have went through the worst and still haven't been paid back for the things that we have done for the United States of America. We still haven't got reparations. The Jews got reparations. And anytime we say anything about the Jews, we get attacked. You see what happened when they attacked LeBron. You see what happened when they attacked anybody who says something about their so-called, race or their so-called group, whatever they want to call them. But I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to have organized aggression. All of that anger, all of that bitterness, we have to organize it and put it to use. We have to open up these businesses. We have to get these, contractors, preferably black contractors that can, build up affordable housing so we won't be paying this high price rent to make someone else wealthy and make someone else rich. We have to start believing in ourselves. We have to start believing in our own product. We have to start believing in our own gifts. We have to start believing in our own skills. We're not just entertainers, basketball players, and actors. That's not what we are. We're inventors. We're creative. We're smart. We're intelligent. We learned how to use electricity first. Why you think they went in Egypt and went through the temples and tried to figure out the holographics and took all the books from the Library of Alexandria? Why you think they did that? We learned the universe first. We learned the stars first. Tesla is nothing but a copycat from a black man that he learned from ancient Egypt. That's only thing Tesla is. And they try to praise him as if he's someone great and as if he's someone special. Thomas Edison and all of these people. They ain't do nothing. You know who created the cell phone? A black man created the cell phone. You know who created the microwave? A black man created the microwave. You know who created the internet? A black man created the internet. And we have to start learning this stuff. We have to start knowing this stuff, because they brainwashed us to make it seem like we're dumb and we're only good for physical activity. And yes, we're dominant in physical activity, but we're also dominant in the mind and intelligence. But they have twisted the narrative. But we have to see straight through that, and we got to stop looking at black as if black is not good enough. And we got to start believing in our own establishment. In our own establishments, in our own business, y'all have to do better. Y'all have to hire people who's going to be good workers. Don't hire, because everybody in our race, everybody in our culture is not going to make it. They're not who we need to be putting and who we need to be hiring. We have to leave some of these people out the way. We got to weed out the weak and focus on the strong, focus on the smart, focus on the intelligent. It's so many bright young children that don't have the capital to go get a better education. Those are the ones we need to be funding. Those are the ones we need to build a funding group and help them get the best education as possible so they can get us out of this. The future is the children. But we neglect our children because we're so selfish and we only think about ourselves. But black man, it's time for us to get back to where we belong. And that's in first place. And that's on the throne, because whatever they want to say, we are the first men on this planet. Because the black woman was the first woman on this planet, the first human on this planet. So the black man was the first man on this planet. And right now we're the tail and not the head. And we have to return to be the head again. And stop believing in the narrative that we're dumb and we can only dribble a basketball or throw a football or run fast. Yes, we can do that. But we can also do other things too. But anyway, that's just a message that I wanted to give to my black brothers out there. And if you're black and you're watching this video, please hit the like button, because every time I make a video about black people, uplifting black people, somebody goes and unlike my video. I already know who they are. I mean, come on. They don't want us to become empowered. So if you are black and you're watching this, like my video. And if you're not black and you know that I'm speaking the truth and you're not sensitive and you're not, insecure or butthurt because of the things your ancestors have done and the lies that you guys spew every single day, then like my video too. Because either way, the truth is going to get out in time, and it's time for us to return to the throne, and there's nothing that y'all can do about it. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of, yes, master. Yes. No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing it no more. And us black men, we don't need to do it no more. We don't need to look at ourselves as second rate. So it's time for us to get back in control of our families. It's time for us to get respect back from our women, back from our children, and back from the world. I don't know if y'all know this, but Mansa Musa, a black man, was the wealthiest man in the history of the world. The best of the best is always a black man. Johnny Cochran, the best lawyer in the history of the United States of America, never lost a case. That's why he's not on this earth no more. Y'all better get it together. Yes, I have jokes sometimes, but I'm also serious. And yes, I'm not going to be in a box. I'm a healer. I uplift people, but I also am very militant minded. So I'm going to use all my gifts, all my skills, all my talent to uplift my people and uplift those who want to be uplifted and those who are not racist. I'm not racist. I'm just speaking facts. And the powers that be, they're so organized that they have us believing a lie. They have the whole world believing a lie. They have the whole world thinking that white ice is better, when white ice is evil. It's nothing but evil. But anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light. I'm coming to and thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. And I'm out.